Welcome back to AOB Motorworks. Okay, it's been a whole 7 months since I actually started uploading and putting content up for Sirius. And we've got a feature today. We're back where we started. 14 cars just drove by and there's a garbage truck coming on a Saturday. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, in the tempo. And I hope that this audio comes out perfect or I'm going to have to overdub it. It's going to be great. Anyway, we're back where we started in the tempo, but featured this time, instead of a 1989 Honda Accord DXi, which is behind the car, is this a 1990 Acura Legend L V6. It's quite a vehicle. There's a list of features that just is the longest I've ever seen. Of course, I'm used to cars from the 70s and 80s that are typically not this luxurious. So, I'm going to get into it. If I get closer to the camera, you'll be able to hear me. That's a bit less wide angle than I thought. Anyway, here's the vehicle in question. I actually just bought this a week ago, I think. So, yeah, haven't been around it a while. I got the light here actually. We've upgraded. Anyway, this here needs to be replaced. This is... Come back over here so people can see you. Come here. There you go. Something like that. It's pretty broken. I've already got those sourced, which is impressive. Facebook is a wonderful asset when it comes to spending money. I mean, buying parts to fix your car that nobody else owns. Fucking... to fix your car that nobody else owns. There's leaves everywhere. Anyway, this here fender is strangely crusty. I hope that that's clear coat flaking or whatever, and not like primer. But what are they? So that's the biggest source of noise. I'm filming through the tarp of the tempo here. I don't know what they're doing, but I wish they would leave it the hell alone for a work day when nobody's around, but whatever. Anyway, let's slowly zoom out. One take, even though it should be more than one. Here's the back. V6L. It's legendary. It's an Acura, and it's rusty right here. It's perfect. It's a bit dirty at the moment, because I washed it when I got it, and it's been raining crap from the sky since then. But we're gonna go over the bad first. So this is bad. That's yeah, my nail just put a hole in that. That's basically Bondo with some paint on it. Oh, that's screwed on. Might be factory. Every time I try to talk, 1,400 cars drive by. I just don't understand. Of course, this fender's got a bit of a dent. Both bumpers on this corner, both corners of the car here are scraped. Somehow the passenger side isn't as bad, but yeah, basically every single corner is scraped because, I mean, it's not exactly been owned by a young spry fellow with his full eyesight and depth perception. This one's got the least of it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. This is that's fine too. You know, you don't need to worry about double-sided tape and stuff. I need to get this trim piece once I make this all reappear. You can even see exactly where they stopped their bodywork, if you can call it bodywork. It's perfect. Anyway, let's unlock the doors here from the passenger side, which is great because I can't actually do this in the Accord. The switch doesn't exist in the Accord. Alright, I'm going to sit in the car and talk about it on the other side, or the back, because it's going to be a lot quieter. It'll actually be a good feature. Just check out how quiet it is inside. Got a sweater over there because it's winter, or because it's Canada, one or the other. Microphone's probably gonna make it louder than it is, but if I talk, you won't be able to hear anything else. So we've got an armrest here. Got a nice armrest here with a. I'm not gonna undo it, but this here opens. There's supposed to be a bag in there that allows you. It's a bag in quotation. It allows you to bring cargo probably up to about here, I would imagine. Long enough for, proper skis to fit. The back seat headrest is adjustable. This is broken, that's some more bad. It goes across the back window there. The other side's missing entirely. And this doesn't work. I tried it key on as well, doesn't work. We've got sunroof. I mean, this is basically standard on the entire lineup, I'm pretty sure. This here light is quite nice. The other cool one, if we can get closer here, is that one. And there are map lights around there. I'll get to the front after I deal with the back. There's a cigarette lighter, because you ought to have that in the back of your mid to late 80s luxury car. And ashtray here, and the same thing in the other door. Everybody, of course, gets a power window switch. That's about it for the back. You pretty much just kind of sit here and smoke. We'll put that back up. Actually, this doesn't really have anywhere to stuff it, so just put it in there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm supposed to have the armrest down. This is nice. Oh wow, there's another one. Look at that. There's two of them on this side. They both clip one over the other. That is fancier than frig. Same thing on this side, but just one. There you go. So, that's pretty cool. I wonder if they're supposed to be the other way, but probably not. That's cool. So, two little red squares in the seat. Focus! Okay. Two little red squares in the seat so that you know where they are. Pretty nice. Alright, we're going to move over to the front. Well, to start with, it'll be fun with the door open here because we'll have more light. You have a little compartment here which my entire phone drops right into. Like that. Done. Now I can forget it there when I go back inside. We've got 3 memory settings for the seats. They do work. Standard panel of window switches and the standard location for that door lock switch. It has original floor mats. Kind of terribly difficult to see them, but there we go. So we've got, I should have done this with the door open as well, but we've got all the seat controls, up, down, front, back. Actually, I can just, there we go. And then, if I press memory and hold one of the memory settings, it will save it. But I've got this one saved for my setting. If I press it, it puts me back where I was. It's genius. I love it. Anyway, so we've got, another cool feature here. Yeah, you can tell they're lit. That's lit! That does not exist in the Accord at all. There are no lights on anything but the dash. It's quite fancy. Got individually wrapped vent controls. Which only I get, apparently. The passenger doesn't have that luxury. Power mirrors with defrost. Very nice, very nice. Sunroof right there. This is dim cruise control, which interfaces, where are you, with this. There's actually a cancel switch, which is pretty cool. Rear defrost, radio controls on the cluster, the pod as it's called. Back to the bad, the radio doesn't work. The tape deck is a little bit screwed up, and the radio itself is a little bit screwed up, so that's good. But good. I think I also have to change all the speakers. That's pretty normal. It's just 30 years old. Oh no. Demonetized. Yeah. Maybe we'll try to catch a commercial. Anyway, it'll work for a bit and then stop. So pulling this out is exactly the same as pulling the Accords radio out. Basically, we just take 2 or 3 screws out of the back and it slides forward. Probably have to pull this back as well. Handbrake doesn't work, so the rear brakes probably don't even do anything. But we have this wonderful automated climate control system here, which might be under the false impression that it's a little bit too warm in here. But at any rate, let's see. Crank it up. Oh no, the car's off. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll just turn that off then. Yeah, just turn that off then. Little compartment here to put your parking things from 2000. An ashtray that has ashes in it, comes standard. This is really tight. A well-used cigarette lighter, which again isn't surprising because if you had enough money to smoke that many cigarettes, you had enough money to get a Legend. Why are you so crappily focused? Get your shit together, buddy. Do me the slight favor of not being garbage. Okay. Yeah, so we got map lights, which are there. It's got some, so you can, just like some sort of 2000s luxury car, you can just light the shit out of this. Bam. Got a sunroof, fully functional. It's cold outside, so I don't want to open it. Clock. The LS Legend has some fancy computerness in here that you can do things with. It'll tell you when to do your oil changes and what your mile per gallon is and all that fun stuff, but well, I don't have that. So I have a clock which you can adjust right there. And when that's closed, it about vanishes. It's very nice. Also, unlike the Accord, all of the vents are brown, like the rest of the dash, so that's good. It's it's fine. I wouldn't really care if they were black, but it's fancy, so we're happy with it. Oh, yes. Well, just might as well turn it on. It is a very happy engine. The orange light there is not the check engine, because that's over to the left, like in the Accord. That is an ABS light, or in this case an ALB light, which is fine. I have to turn it back off again. There we go. I just wanna, there's a switch down here. There's just pure darkness down here. But anyway, there's a switch down there, which I'm gonna try to flick now. Yes, it's right here. I believe you have to go down with it to change what it's at. Hopefully. Up. Down. It's down. It's down now. We'll see if that works. That's the wrong key. There is no real wrong key. That was the valet key. It has a valet key. Ooh, it did work. Shh. So now the wipers sit there. See? And while they're sitting there, I'm going to show you another. I do that by reflex, but it doesn't actually work on this car. It's weird. It still beeps. I don't understand it. The Accord, if you put the key back in, it doesn't beep. This one does. It's weird. Thought it'd be fancy enough and old enough for it to not beep, but oh well. Alright, so door lights, funnel lights, I guess, I don't know. Just like all the Accords, except the base models. Oh, this is going to be a two-handed thing, isn't it? Heck. Anyway, there's a tab here. It's a little tab. So, pull this up. It's actually got a stopper. Huh. That's interesting. It cannot hit the hood because it's got a stopper. Guess we'll get it at this angle. Oh, it hurts the pinky! Pull it up and then Oh, freaking hell, it hurt. My pinky just held the whole wiper up. You know, this is pulled out now, and the wiper's not touching. So then this is in frame. Pull it up again, push this in, and it's down. We'll find out if that was in frame later. I will pop the hood momentarily, but I want to put the wipers back down. Such a fancy thing. Oh! Yes. Oh, one more thing that's... Is that closed? Yeah. One more thing that's fun is... and I recently saw a second-gen Accord, which was really fun. But... check this out. So this has auto down. Could you just knock it off? Alright. This has auto down, which you just missed because the car was screeching. But oh, also it's got the fonce, bronze or gold or whatever they want to call it, tint windows instead of blue. But auto down and all the way down, which is fantastic. So that's a feature that wasn't even listed in the list of features. Right, shut it down again, unfortunately. But I gotta flick this switch. I don't have the owner's manual in the car, but it's weird because you gotta flick it up to get it down. And they should automatically. The wipers are fully off. They should automatically do that. Fantastic. Alright, I'm going to get the hood up. It's going to be a two-handed affair. We'll start over here though. Now, this is quite the engine bay. The engine is on the passenger side, so the left side of the left side of the camera, right side of the car, which is better for weight distribution left to right because I'm going to be on the left side. This was specifically designed to enter the North American market, which is why people need to fix their exhausts, which is why it's on this side of the car. I have already gone over and I cleaned this thing here, because that was all, you can even see the stickers. I cleaned all of this. I think there's a bit more cleaning to do, but I think it looks pretty gosh darn snazzy. Also this plastic thing which covers a lot of belts. I guess timing belt is in here, and then the serpentine is covered Subaru's style, and there's another sticker here which I didn't even see when I bought the car. So back half of the engine gives you a good idea of what it looked like. Pretty crusty back here, but we will get around to making everything look like this at some point. So, additional things that the Accord doesn't have. Additional things the Accord doesn't have would be, there's a hood latch there, and one here. No, here. This is the same type of radiator hold down actually as the Accord. I do wonder if the Accords would work. But yeah, so there's two latches for the hood, and one safety here, which is fun. It also came with this trickle charger from Napa, which actually is probably not cheap at all. Got a plug somewhere in the car. It's grounded here and positive on the battery over there. So I'm gonna take this out because I will be driving this every day. So I won't need a trickle charger, and it's really messing up the mood. I do appreciate it though. It's good that it was here. This battery actually is brand new. Somewhere, yeah, right there. Literally brand new. Good stuff. So that's Jeezless. So that's the engine bay. Now that I have it cool, maybe I should check the coolant level, actually. Oh, it's right there. Is this a freaking metal radiator? That looks like brass to me. or Shmoo, one or the other. This might be... It's a metal radiator! Oh, that's sick. That's 2 metal radiators this year. I didn't think I'd ever see one. So, well, it's not metal, it's brass or something. It's pretty sweet. I just really dirtied my hand. Anyway, gonna start working on getting that box off, and that's pretty much it. There's a couple flaws. Okay, so it needs an front upper right table, the front bearing, and both links are for the stabilizer bar just not there anymore. Another feature the car has in I believe 89 and 90, maybe 87, probably not. In 89 and 90 they completely redesigned the rear end, and you actually have the Accord rear suspension essentially. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. Overall, I'm a pretty big fan of this. Taillights are redesigned for 1990 as well. I love this right here. Just it's quite a car. I'm gonna probably film another one of these in a month or two, and you know, see how it's doing. Another problem that's pretty interesting is the oil pressure switch, which is somewhere in the front of the engine around the oil filter, has a connection problem. Either the pressure switch is bad or the wiring, because the oil light doesn't actually come on at all. So that's unfortunate. Ooh! An interesting thing here. Check this out. This is brake fluid. Nowhere near your master cylinder there's another reservoir. Says Danger on it, and it's brake fluid. So this is an ABS slave cylinder. I don't know. It's got brake fluid in it, right to the brim, and there's the actual master cylinder. So I have no idea what kind of witchcraft is going on here, but I'd have to guess that there's brake lines that go into here or under it, or maybe not. I don't know. I need to look this up basically. But yeah, it's got literally 2 brake fluid reservoirs. Very interesting. I've never seen that before. Yeah. Also DRLs and an airbag. It's very interesting as well. First car with DRLs, first car with airbag, first car with ABS, first car with leather seats. It's pretty good. So another late 80s Honda product. I've got no other plans aside for fixing the radio, fixing whatever needs fixed, and just driving it for now. Keep the leather in good shape, you know, just slowly bring it back to original state. It's still original actually, everything's there, it's just better original state. So if you want to know anything, if you want any repair videos, it's here. I can figure around with it. I got enough cars that if I break something, well yeah, if you need I know there's no information on YouTube about this engine, no information about the platform. It basically doesn't exist. So if you need anything, it's here. I'll try to figure it out for you. So I will definitely enjoy it, and it'll be on the channel quite a lot. Also, the recent videos have been a very different format. The C1500 videos, because of the pandemic and it being in a neighboring city, neighboring province, I haven't been able to get out there for filming. So my buddies are doing the best they can to get the content and make it so you guys can watch it. I've noticed there's a lot of views coming in, but there haven't been any like real subscribers. Like in the past 4 days, I've gotten almost 200 views on a video that I just uploaded, but nobody's commenting or liking, so, or subscribing. So it would really help if you know, likes, comments, subscribes. One of the 3, preferably subscribing. But there's some stuff in the works. this is just step one. There's other stuff. I met somebody that's got barn finds aplenty to frig around with. Doesn't have the time. So the more subs I get, the more action happens, the more I can get that to you. And I don't care if it's winter, I don't care how cold it is, we will get to some cars. Just that the carbureted ones, first start in 30 years at -40 might be a bit difficult, but we'll try. So, get in there, subscribe, and we'll get some sick content.